The views and opinions expressed in the Golden Boot podcast are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Golden Boot podcast as a whole.
Y'all ready to get rolling? Quiet on the set. Hey, welcome back. Another hot episode of the Golden Boot. It's your boy Pooh Bear. I got my man Ed Petty Murphy in the building. What's good with you, my boy? You're on mute.
Man, it's one of them days, bro. Under the weather, you know how it go.
Yeah, I feel you. I came out to the heat. For a lot of y'all out there who you know what I'm saying, in the different groups, I sent that out. Bruh, I went out. I'm out here in Arizona for work. Went out yesterday, had a day off. Decided to treat myself to a movie. I went to see Deadpool, but it was at 12 o'clock. Height of the sun. I got back to the truck. 133 degrees.
Yeah, nah, bro.
That's outside. That's not inside the truck. Bro, I opened the truck and lost my breath. It was so hot. Literally lost my breath. I can't. Did one of them numbers. Like, man, it was so hot out there. But man, Deadpool was good.
Yeah, it's good. You know, typical Marvel.
Yes. But they kind of, I didn't know, maybe because I hadn't been keeping up. This was Deadpool's introduction into the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. And they actually ushered it. They made fun of Fox a lot, but they also actually did like a tribute to all the Marvel movies made by Fox. So that was pretty cool, man. That was I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting a lot of stuff. A lot of these stories we're gonna talk about tonight. The Olympics, y'all gotta do better with these judges and these gymnasts and stuff. Y'all gonna have to do a lot better. So my camera seem off. I just got text said my camera quality is off.
It was a little fuzzy, yeah. It was a little shaky.
It might be, yeah, and probably internet. Yeah, okay. But we got a good one night. Hey, we're gonna have a special guest. Young man, I got a chance to watch grow up. Got to torture him a little bit when he was a little bit younger. He taller than me now, so I'll leave him alone. I can still whoop him, but I'm gonna leave him alone. But yeah, man, we're gonna get to talk to somebody. Another school, man. Somebody else I get to cheer on and watch. Look forward to it. It's in a different conference, so it's all good. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it go. But first, man, you know what we gotta do. We gotta give a shout out to our sponsors over at BetOnline. BetOnline.ag. We'll be back in 1 minute.
BetOnline.ag is your number one source for all your sports information, stats, news, and scores. Get the latest odds, lines, and player injury reports for this year's NBA and NHL playoffs. BetOnline is always your sports information headquarters. This season, we have you covered for all your sports wagering needs. We have everything from NBA, NFL, MLB, and NHL to golf, tennis, UFC, and boxing. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to get your betting info, including live betting options and your favorite casino and card games that you can play right from your home. Head on over to betonline.ag today or use your mobile device to get in on the action. Be sure to use the promo code BLEAV to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts.
Hey, we are back. Hey, LSU had a scrimmage yesterday. First scrimmage of fall camp. First full pad scrimmage of fall camp. Click clack time. A lot of thudding. A lot of people getting called poodles. Very interesting. I didn't get it. I did watch Blake Baker's interview. He kind of explained something about it. I tell you what, it's a lot of people that gonna be making some business decisions this year when it comes to Caleb Jackson and trying to tackle him.
Real. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because the way he ran that boy over yesterday, I don't even know who it was, but the way he ran him over, I yelled out, targeting on the offense. Ain't never seen nobody just
Leonard Fournette-esque, you know what I mean? Like, but I think he might have a little more muscle on him than even Leonard had.
Fournette-esque. I was thinking more like Mack Truck.
Yeah.
Greyhound. I mean, that dude, man. But to be that size and still have that speed though,
yeah,
that's huge. Deadly combination. After the scrimmage yesterday, Blake Baker did an interview kind of talking about it. One thing he talked about, and he said kind of repeatedly, was consistency is something that he's looking for. He started off by saying that this team, the defense, is a lot better off than they were in the spring. They're, saying he's impressed by how they've grown. The even player led, workouts and stuff, how they've gotten better. But he wants to see more consistency. But he also came back later and said that one of the reasons that they didn't have as much consistency is because they're pulling guys in and out. Said they had a recovery day today, and then it's going to be 6 straight practices, and they said the cream shall rise to the top, and then they'll be able to separate ones and twos. If it's anything like some of the other, schools that we followed and stuff, practices like 11, 12. So practice coming up this week is when they'll really start focusing on who's my ones and who's my twos.
Yeah. I think that's when you'll see a little bit more, like you say, consistency. But I think you also see more like that that dog start coming out of people. You know what I mean? Whenever you realize that you number 2 on the depth chart, or you think you're number 1, but when everything settles out, you number 2. The intensity turn up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like. And then the guys who are number 1, they want to keep that spot. So, they ratchet it up a little bit more too. So, I think once people start seeing where they fall in the pecking order, I think people start really trying to, bring the best out of them.
Yeah. When you start seeing, as you said, like, where you are in the pecking order, when you also start seeing guys stepping up and you're like, man, okay, even on, saying the offense looking at defense, oh, you got the best of me this day, saying I can get you back today. I think we really gonna start seeing some, one thing I saw from the clips, I like what I saw out of Harry Perkins in the middle. We know last year that was something he tried to do. We've seen it before with players trying to go to the middle and not doing so well. wanting to, go to middle linebacker and not doing so well. I like what I've seen out of Harold Perkins in, being in as a middle linebacker. The way he bust through there, man, it was
Pause.
Yeah, pause. The way way he ran through the middle of the offensive line, he definitely was. I don't know. It was freshman year-esque, I shall say.
Yeah. I think if he could be comfortable, I think he could be just as dynamic as he was his freshman year. I think part of what we saw, he wasn't really comfortable in his role. He was kind of indecisive. He was uncertain, unsure. Well, at least that's the way it came off. He was a little bit hesitant. But if he can be, decisive and know exactly what to do and get that comfortability back, I think we'll see that same dynamic player we saw his freshman year.
Too much thinking, not enough reacting. That's for the entire defense. I'm not going. I hate when I hear people talk about like last year's team and they say the defense was, it was too complicated. Which I can get that, but when they say, oh, they had to think too much, I mean, I understand the sentiment, but I hate it because we don't have dumb players. You don't have to be a rope.
But it ain't got that they dumb players when you say they got to think too much. It's just the fact that you shouldn't be thinking. You should be just playing. You should just be reacting. You know what I mean? And I think if you got to think it all out there, you know what I mean? That's too much thinking. You know what I mean? Just you should already know what to do, and it should be instinctive, and to just go react.
Yeah. I get that. I hate the sentiment of, I guess, how I read it. When they had to do too much thinking, which I get in sports. Period. It's just like baseball. When you batting, don't overthink it. See ball, hit ball. I get it, but it's just, I don't know. It's something about it. Just, I don't know. With that said, man, I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more. I'm happy to see defense making strides. The defensive line, not necessarily getting the best of the offensive line, but showing some life, signs of life, and putting some pressure on them. If we think we have the number one offensive line, to see them, the defense step up and be a challenge to them, that's positive. That's a lot better than what we had to deal with last year. So
that's true.
Also, while we on the subject, before we get ready to move on with our guests, LSU picked up 2 new commitments within 24 hours of each other this past week. In Jim, was it Jim Colley? What's the kid's name? And then Phillip Wright from
Destrehan,
the wide receiver that was previously committed to Michigan. Ain't a good look, Michigan. It ain't a good look with all that stuff going on. But anyway, but yeah, 2 big commitments, man, this week. BK can't recruit though.
I mean, I think that narrative is long gone by now, bro.
Should be. Notre Dame fans are in shambles right now because BK is getting wide receiver commits left and right, top wide receiver commits left and right, and they left looking silly. What was the stat? They hadn't had a top 100 wide receiver commit since what, 2001, 2002, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, I know somebody who do got a top. I don't know if he top 100. He should be though. I know somebody who do got a top 100 commit wide receiver for 2025. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Golden Boot. Out of I think it's the name of the high school, Tuscarora, something like that. It's in Virginia. Wide receiver commit for 2025 class. My little cousin, Dawson Pough. Hey, you think? Okay, he. Oh, there you go. What's up, cuz? How you doing tonight?
Nah, good. How you doing? Been a while. Been a minute.
Yeah, man. COVID that messed things up. I used to be able to see you every year for Mardi Gras. You know what I'm saying? Pick on you, tell you was slow, and then COVID happened, and you shot up. You taller.
You got
a little bit bigger. Yeah, I did. Listen, I'm about to fire my barber now because I found gray hair, 2 of them in my beard. So I don't know how that happened.
I got a good idea, but I'm gonna let it go.
All right, listen, don't start nothing. Don't start nothing. Won't be nothing.
I got you.
I want you to know. I got a picture from when y'all was in Warner Robins, and you was in the Arby mascot uniform. I still got that picture. Still got that picture, man. But before we get started, man, first off, want to say I'm proud of you. Congratulations on all the offers that you got. But also, your commitment to Boston College. So before we get to Boston College, let's talk about, the commitments that you had. I'm sorry, the offers that you had. It's about some of the schools that were interested.
All right, so I want to say like 23 offers. My big ones were a lot of ACC schools. I had some Big Ten. Then I had Vanderbilt, Duke, UVA, obviously Boston, a lot of stuff like that, like Maryland. That was another one. Those are a few of my big ones, but I had like 23. I can't remember all of them on the top of my head. But it was 23. And then I just got, I want to say after I got Vanderbilt, I want to say is when I got like ranked. And then that's when all that stuff started happening.
Yeah. So your father was an HBCU grad, or is a HBCU grad. I was happy to see that you got several HBCU offers. Can you tell me some of those schools? I when I saw that, I was like, okay, yeah, all right, let's go.
Yeah, so I had 2. I had Howard, and then I had my dad's school, Tuskegee. So that meant something to me when I got Tuskegee, because I was like, my dad was a big part of where I am right now. So to get his school where he came from, it like meant something to me, to show me that like I couldn't have done it without him. So I'm thankful of that.
Yeah. Not just that, I did see Morgan State came in late. With an offer at Morgan State. But man, it's just tell me about the process and how was it for you just going through the process?
So it started off real good. I want to say I was stressful at first. I was real stressful because I wasn't getting anything, and then a lot of people around me were starting to get stuff, and I was just like, I felt like I was as good as these people, and that I could do what these people could do. So just to not get the stuff, it like did something to me. And then I went out to eat with my mom one day, and she was just like, put your faith in God, put all the stress and worry, all that, put all that away, and he'll take care of it. And I went the day later. 2 days later, I got my first one, then started snowball. So it started off real good. And then as it went on, people started texting me, all this other stuff. So now I'm having to answer all these calls. I don't know who to pick up from, who not to, because, I'm tired not to pick up the phone for people. So now I got to start changing my ways of picking up the phone for people, doing stuff like that. Then it was like from that moment on, it was just like kind of went on a slight decline when I had to start like canceling people out and finding school. So this is probably around like May, June. Is when it started to get stressful, because then that's when people are like, all right, I need you to hurry up, make a decision. And then people are pushing me to do this and that and the third. And I'm going on all these visits. I've probably been to like any 20-some places. I was going visit after visit during that spring break. I had hit a lot of different places, and it was just starting to get like, I'm tired of traveling. I'm trying to do it, all this and that. So then, I narrowed my schools. I started narrowing my schools down. And then originally Boston wasn't in one of my top schools at all. I haven't been there. I didn't know anything about Boston. So then I went down there, and then I had immediately switched out my top 3 schools with one of my schools with Boston after I saw it, because I was like, this seems like a place I would want to go. So then that happened. I went to my OVs. I was set on going to one place, but I didn't end up going there. my whole family, me, everybody, we thought I was going there, but I did end up going that way because I just went to Boston. I honestly felt like it was home, so it was something like that. That was a real stressful time though, because now I've got all these coaches bickering in my ear about what I should do, what the other school doesn't offer versus what they do. So there was just stuff like that is really what like was a stressful part of it. So thankful enough, I had like my family and all of them to look after me, watch after me, help me out throughout the process. So I'm real thankful of that. But I would say as your recruiting starts, it's all sweet. You get attention, you love everything about it. But then as time goes on, it really does start to take a toll on you. Start to get stressed because now is when you have to start cutting off these relationships and everything and what these coaches said to you, and it gets to you.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, what was it about Boston that made you feel like that was home?
As soon as I got there, the whole coaching staff greeted me. It was like something I never experienced before. I had went past one thing that stood out to me is that I had normally you do all your visits during spring, so like during their spring practice and all that. And unfortunately, I couldn't get to them. But the coaches told me that they would make an exception. And, I could come out there and just do a visit outside of spring, which showed me that they really had interest in me. So then I went there instantly. As soon as I got there, I felt loved. It was a bunch of coaches there, just walking me through everything, teaching me the ways and stuff of the school, all that. Academics are high over there too, as well, which is something I like. And then it just instantly felt like home.
Yeah. I don't know if do you remember my nickname I gave for you when you first started playing?
Nah, I know it was probably something. Yeah.
It was because I used to mess with you about your defense. I used to call you Austin P. No D.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But I was just looking at it, as we were playing, your highlights. You played both sides of the ball, last year.
Yeah.
This year, are you doing that as well, or are you just gonna focus on the offense?
No, I'm gonna play both ways still. I'm starting both ways, and then I'll alternate when I need breaks, stuff like that. But now I'm playing both ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you think about Coach O'Brien?
He a cool dude. I didn't know that. I like him. As soon as I talked to him, he told me how important I was to him, that they didn't just want me, but they felt like they needed me, which is something that a lot of coaches don't say. And then they like, I'm not gonna make one of the promises. It's like you're gonna automatically get playing time, but we could definitely see you playing like an earlier role, and because they not a program that's like, oh, you got this amount of stars, you automatically gonna play, or you do this, you just gonna go right in, fit right into. So no, they like their motto is you gotta earn it. So everything you do, you earn everything. So when I go, like he told, when I get there, as long as I put in the work, listen, stay in class, do this, that, and the third, he gonna ensure that I see the field my freshman year.
Yeah, and that's pretty dope though. Getting a chance to play for a guy who was an NFL head coach who coached up, DeAndre Hopkins and some of the best players in the league. Getting him to coach you, that's gotta be a good feeling for you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was another reason I ended up choosing Boston, because the coaching staff, everybody in the coaching staff, all NFL talent is everywhere. Like my receiver coach, he coached Zay Flowers, Gabe Davis. He recruited Adrian Peterson out of high school. So stuff like that is what really got me to go there, because that's just talent you don't want to miss out on.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Dawson. I asked you about senior year where you're playing, both ways and stuff. What are some of your goals for this year?
So I feel like this year, since after I've had like different goals every year. So like sophomore year, it was see the field, get my name out there. Last year was to get offers. I feel like this year, my main goal is ultimate goal, obviously win a championship. That's what I want to do. Never been done in my school. We've been 3 times, lost every time. So I feel like this year with the team we got a whole team of like returners that everybody's coming back. We had a whole team of juniors last year. So this year is one of them years. It's like as long as we're on the same page, we could do that. My own personal goals. I'm trying to break a lot of records this year, because I feel like I really ain't got nothing. Like I can't chase offers no more because I'm set on where I want to go. I can't chase and try to make a name for myself, because I've had 2 years to do that. So this year I'm just trying to do what I can for the team. Trying to win every game. I want to go out there, dominate every game, do what I can for my team because I couldn't be the place I am without them and my coaches. So I'm just trying to put the cherry on top with everything and just make it to the top and finally get that championship.
Let me ask you this, because I know Ant don't have this inside information like I got, but you were at one time flirting with a SEC school. I was so glad that you did not end up going there, but you had a lot of interest in Texas A&M at one point.
Yes, sir. I did. I really did. I'm not, honest to God, I thought I was gonna go there once everything started picking up, but then the whole coaching staff left, so obviously that cut off my relationship with them. I've been up there like 3 or 4 times. They invited me out to 2 games last year. I had a good camp over there. Met the head coach, talked to him and all that. And honestly, that's why I wanted to go for a hot minute.
Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
But you took words out of my mouth. Listen, I want to say thank you, Lord. Everybody about that head. Listen, thank you. I could not. I'm saying like I told Jay Sean, because he kind of Alabama flirted with him for a minute. I cheer for anybody once. I don't know when that once would have been, but I would cheer for anybody once.
Yeah.
But you did. There was a connection there. Damian Craig, being from Mobile, Pritchard. Make sure I say that because the family watching. Being from Pritchard, and Blunt, knowing your dad and stuff. So it was a connection there. I know you mentioned Vanderbilt. Were there any other SEC schools that kind of interest you?
No, so it was really just those two. Thing with Vanderbilt was they wanted me at safety. So it was actually a few schools that wanted me at safety. But being around offense my whole life is not what I was trying to do. But I was gonna give them a chance because it's an SEC school. So I just went out there and like it, went out there to see it, but not to put a school that it just wasn't my type of thing. It was like it's not. It was all right.
What was your best visit?
Boston. I would definitely say Boston. I had a great time at Boston. I'm not the smartest, so like I ain't know that Boston was a city before going there. So I thought I was about to just go there, just some like old run downtown.
Tell nobody else
be all that. I didn't know that. So like, I didn't know that. I ain't do my research and none of that. So I just went out there thinking it's like it's about to be whatever. And I was like, oh, this is city. I was like, I don't know. I don't
you thought so you were thinking like how Auburn is. It's like the college is the city, kind of.
Something like that. Yeah. But it blew my mind when I went there. I was like, this is crazy. That's another big reason I chose it, because I was like, I'm about to be somewhere 9 months out of the year where I'm not playing football. Do I really want to be in like a college town where it's not much to do around? I'm gonna be bored all the time. Just stay on campus and not have no outside life for real. Boston, you feel you can't be bored down there. It's somewhere to go. A lot of good teams around there. You got the Celtics, the Patriots, only like an hour away. So it's a lot of stuff you could do. You go to a hockey game, baseball game. It's like a bunch of stuff to do over there. So it's a lot of talent you around. It's a lot of everything like that, mentorship, all that.
On your visit to Boston, did you see the Heisman Trophy and all that?
Yes, sir, I did. It's right there as soon as you walk in the facility. So you saw there's a Doug Flutie statue. Then they got his like Heisman, all that stuff right there.
That's what's up.
They almost had another one with Matty Ice.
Oh yes, sir. Yeah, they did.
He got close. He had height, but that died down. I was gonna ask you something else.
Did Kuechly go there too?
Who that?
Luke Kuechly, yeah. No. I think he did. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty good. Yeah.
No, I don't know if it was Kuechly or not, but it was the guy. What's the kid? It was a guy that had cancer, so he sat out a year and came back. He was really good at line. He was a linebacker. The Giants ended up picking him up. I can't. Chuck in the hill. Chuck will know exactly who we talking about. I can't even think of the guy's name.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So Keith Lee did. Oh, it was Keith. Okay, I didn't.
Yeah.
It was somebody else that I knew that I really kind of put Boston College on the map for me. He had cancer. He got he was diagnosed with like leukemia or Lance Hopkins, one of them. And then he came back like the following year, and he ended up getting picked up by the Giants.
Oh, I've never heard of this dude. Mark Harrislich.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I ain't never heard of it.
Yeah. All right, so Dawson, I got another question for you.
What's up?
I gotta put you on the spot with this one. So your daddy told me one day that you said them boys in the South ain't got no speed for you. Is that right? Or something like that?
Okay. One, I don't know why he said I ain't never say that. That's not what I said. He had my words mixed up. I said them boys in the South, they can't do nothing because he swear that the Mobile, Alabama was just the cream of the crop cream of the crop when it comes to football. I was just like, when you a football player, like it don't matter. Everybody bleed how you bleed. You ain't scared of nobody. You gonna if you really a ball player, you gonna go out there. You just gonna play ball. So it like when it comes to that, it don't matter where you from. No, none of that. I don't think about that. I don't care about that. I'm strictly out there to just play football, put my talent out there, and then my mindset and my dad instilled to me is I'm gonna like I'm going to like when I come on that field, I'm going to be better than you. I don't care what it takes. I'm gonna do everything in my heart to win. And if I don't, that's just God. God gave you to win. That's just what He want. That's God's plan. You can't argue with. Just go out there, do what you need to do the next time. So that's just something that's just been instilled in me by my family. I'm a competitor.
I just want you to know your uncle. Your uncle wants you to know Mobile is the cream of the crop. I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm just gonna say it. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I do. And you're right, but you wanted to come to the SEC too for a reason, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying the South is a little different when it comes to football.
Yes, sir. I feel you.
I ain't saying you can't. I ain't saying you want to go handle your own, but it's a little different down here.
Oh yeah, I know that, and that's why I like it. That's why I like competition. I like testing what I could do. That's why I went to like the Texas A&M camp because they talk about Texas a lot. I went to Texas A&M. I did really good at Texas A&M. So just stuff like that is just wherever the competition is, I want to be there. Like I always want to test where I am, and then I like when I get beat because then I know what I need to work on, and then I know I need to come back better the next time. So. You just take those life lessons and you roll on with it and do what you need
Yeah.
to do.
This senior season, I know it's gonna be a special one for you. But your senior year, it's gonna be a little bit short. You playing the early enroll, right?
Yes, sir. I'm I think graduating December, January.
I'm sorry, that wasn't no secret, was it? I don't think that was no secret.
Oh no.
Okay.
Nah, you good. Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm I am planning on leaving early, get a head start on everything, get into the system. I'd rather figure college out now than trying to figure out when it's closer to the season and mess everything up. So
hey, amen.
I'd rather do
amen. That. Amen. We tried that for Jay Sean as well, but that the school kind of messed that up for him. So I am happy that you are able to do that. And your uncle Rev says there's a guy named Derek Pugh that was a clutch receiver at Blunt.
Let me tell you something about that man. He did not score a single touchdown after his freshman year of high school. He a great person. I love him. Taught me everything I know. I appreciate him. However,
I tell you what,
clutch receiver.
That man got, if I'm not mistaken, that man got 2 rings.
2 rings off of how many people is on? It's 10 people on the football field.
Hold on. I just want you to know, one of them rings, I was at the game. It was third and something. What they be saying, third in a mile. He made a clutch catch. If not that for that catch, they don't win. I guarantee that's semifinals.
And props out to him I thank you for that. Thank you for them rings. I'm glad he still keep that close to his heart, even though it's been like 30-some years. It is what it is. I'm proud of him. Hold on to that lifelong memory. He the type of person tell his grandkid that they gonna be like, I don't care what you talk about, but okay. So it was just that's nice.
Oh man, listen, Dawson, boy, I miss you, man. I miss you, man.
Miss you too.
I'm proud.
Miss you too.
Love you, man. I look forward to seeing you. I want to. I've been talking about it. Man, I would love to come try to catch a game. If I can't catch one this year, y'all, I'm sure y'all got to play Georgia Tech or somebody close by.
Yes, sir.
Definitely have to come check you out, man.
But until then, we just gonna download the updated rosters on NCAA as soon as we can, and we
I got you.
do a dynasty mode.
Yes, sir. All right,
Play as Boston College. You played the game yet?
Yes, sir. Oh, of course. I pre-ordered. I got it 3 days early.
You playing with Boston College?
Oh yeah, all the time. All the time. I got to.
That man one in 11.
Look like.
You know what?
That man
look like.
Oh,
he looking at all the freshman wide receivers. He looking at all the freshman wide receivers. Like, yeah, I'm better than that. I'm better than that.
Nah.
Hey, and he over there going 2-12, 2-10, like they just need me to put me on here. I get us there.
Let me see which one of these quarterbacks I'm gonna like catch passes from.
Nah. You know what? I did meet
a receiver though at Boston College.
Yes, sir. Nah, receiver.
Okay.
I did the quarterback who just committed. I did talk to him. He cool dude. His name's Shaker. He a real cool person. So I chopped it up with him a little bit. He cool. I watched his film. He a real good player too. So I really can't wait to start catching balls with him.
You going to some games this year, BC?
Yeah, I think I'm going to Michigan State and then UNC. So
hey, hey, Uncle Larry say, I will see you at Syracuse in 2025.
I see you there too. Try to make you proud.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, bro.
All right, Dawson, man. Again, like I said, proud of you, love you. Hope to see you soon, man. Hope to see you soon.
Love you too.
Congratulations,
right, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
That was the seed of the Pride of Preaching, Mr. Dawson Pough.
Thank you.
Oh man, it's funny. I literally have not seen him since 2019, like in person, because we used to see him every year for Mardi Gras, and him and Jay Sean used to race. It's just race and it'll be close. It'll be close. Like Austin beat him like 2 or 3 times, or or they'll be close. And I was like, yeah, that dude fast. Like them two little dudes, them little knuckleheads fast.
Man. Went to Houston, man.
Man, I don't think I ain't say nothing about it. I actually hit up when
it's all good. I actually maybe the transfer portal one day, maybe somebody.
Yeah. I literally sent I literally sent the it might be why he don't answer my return my my text. I sent the wide receiver coach at Houston his huddle tape. I said I got another one for you. So he ready. He got offers from everywhere. But nah, man, that was proud of, man. Really am. Man, Ant, we got talk about the Olympics, man. We got several stories within the Olympic realm. I want to start here though. Algerian female boxer Imane Khelif wins gold. I don't know if you've seen the story behind this, but Imane Khelif is a boxer from Algeria, and she has I forget what the disease is, but basically she has like XY chromosome, but she's a woman, woman at birth. She's not transsexual, anything like she's not intersexual, but she had a match against a boxer from Italy. She hit her. The young lady went down, was crying or whatever, and said she had never been hit that hard. And people started calling Khelif a man, saying she was trans, and started this whole campaign. It basically made it like a whole political story. So she ended up, of course, the Olympics, you know what I'm saying, dispel that rumor. Doctors came out, dispelled it, and she went on to win gold. But now recently she has also filed like defamation lawsuits and all kinds of lawsuits because of what she had to endure during this time. Thoughts or anything you seen or heard from this story?
Yeah, that was a bunch of BS. You know, misinformation spreads fast these days. People just looking for stuff to be outraged by. Even though with this situation got clarified almost immediately, people still to this day running with the misinformation that she's trans or that she's a man or whatever the case may be. But I'm just glad she was able to come out victorious in the end and all this, and was able to get the gold medal and kind of silence some of the people who had some negative things to say about her.
So I agree, completely agree. You know what I thought was or found to be more interesting about this? It's not like she was this dominating boxer. She was good. She's very good. She has 9 losses on her record, so it's not like she's not fighting women and she's just beating all of them like she whooping.
Yeah.
It's like it's not like she's Clarissa Shields.
The woman from Italy came out and apologized the very next day, but nobody's even talking about that part. You know what I mean? Like, she just said it was something with her nose, the reason why she canceled the fight. It had nothing to do with her opponent. So, like,
crazy. But you're right. You said one thing. People find any reason to be outraged. Well, damn it, I am people and I am outraged. Jordan Chiles has basically been stripped of her bronze medal. Have you seen this story?
Not so fast, my friend. The Americans are gonna appeal. They have video evidence saying that the coach for the American team, she filed for her appeal within the time frame, the minute time frame. They got video evidence of that, so they filed an appeal to whatever settlement. Decision was just made for her to forfeit her medal. The USA is appealing that, so we'll see where that goes. But
yes, and I'm glad you said that. The video evidence did show that her coach filed the appeal with the 42nd. Thank you, Danny. The 42nd second, she's inside the window. That was the initial appeal that she filed, and I think she came back 11 seconds later and filed and mentioned again or something like that. So 8 seconds later. Okay, thank you. So, man, listen, I completely agree. I hate how this is going. It should have never. First of all, it should have never been here because they should have got it right with the initial difficulty score, her D score. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, what happens is they have a starting range of how difficult your routine is, and then from there, they basically just deduct points for when you mess up.
Yeah.
So it's just if they had got it right from initial beginning, then she would have been this wouldn't even be a conversation.
Yeah. That's why judges.
Yeah. When you give people discretion, when you give people
when it's subjective,
a little bit of control.
When it's subjective, you can't really have no guidelines. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Speaking of that, I know we talked about this last week, but it kind of popped back up people just talking about it. Track and field. The several track athletes who were basically barred from entering because they didn't ride the bus from the Olympic Village. The Jamaicans, Shelly Ann Frazier, and I can't remember the other young lady's name, and then also Sha'Carri Richardson. I don't know, man. Then you had it was another one situation this week. Somebody was disqualified after the fact of qualifying, or like right before the finals.
I ain't hear about
They got
that.
Yeah, it was right before it was another American sprinter. So, but man, it's just it's there's always something when it comes to the Olympics. But it's like this stuff going on now is just, I don't know, man. It's like, get it together, man. This you got 4 years, literally 4 years. So just interesting. But while we in track and field, congratulations to the men and women in the 4x4 for both taking gold in that. The women's race was not even close. It wasn't even remotely close. They looked like they almost lapped the entire field.
Yeah, they was rolling.
Yeah. Chuck, we gonna get that, Chuck. We gonna get the golly, my thing tripping. Women's basketball Olympics finished it out today in a close one. They edged it out, beating France 67-66. I didn't see the game, but I'm hearing. Yeah, I know you did. I know one thing. You and Fox had the conversation, and y'all talking about, sports. You're ready to watch for, you were like, hey, it's only a such and such because I think you said, what you say, like a 5 or something. You said because the games aren't going to be that close.
Mm-hmm. It shouldn't have been close though. It shouldn't have been. I'm gonna tell you. It's. Well, I mean, besides the fact that there was some home cooking for France, the USA couldn't rebound for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, then they kept missing easy like layups. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't have been close at all. But credit to France, and especially Gabby Williams. She played her heart out and damn near tied it up at the end. If her foot would have been 6 inches further back, we would be talking about a whole different game. So it was a hell of a game, but I still think if they play again, I think USA blow them out.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised that they won, but I did, like, when I tuned in and saw how close it was. I was like, or sort of, I was like, oh, how did that happen? But man, not just the women though. The men end up winning. And I think they say it's the first time that the medal match has been for men and women have been the same opponent and had the same result. The men played France. They won a little bit more convincingly, and they did take that one, take gold in that one. But it did take a little bit of heroics. Did you see the men's game? I'm ashamed. I ain't gonna say I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed to say I didn't see the men's game. I was watching Deadpool.
That boy Steph went off. Honestly, Devin Booker was pretty damn good too. I really gotta give him some credit. Nobody really talking about him, but he was pretty steady throughout the whole tournament. But man, I know LeBron got MVP, but Steph yesterday was clutch.
That's another thing. A lot of people were saying that LeBron, namely Stephon Marbury, but I think a lot of people saying he was just kind of butthurt because LeBron ignored him. after the game. Says
LeBron deserved it. LeBron led the team in almost 4-5 categories throughout the tournament, man. He deserved it, but
yeah. Let me ask this. It's a little bit off subject. With now LeBron adding another gold medal at almost 40, like you said, leading in almost in several statistical categories. Does this add to his resume for the GOAT debate?
yeah, but I mean, it does, but at the same time, if you're gonna say this adds to it, then 2004 got to take away from it.
That's fair. That's very fair. That's very fair. My man Paul Sub says Steph channeled his Davidson days when in the closing minutes.
For real.
Danny says Curry, Copper, and Asia don't get enough credit for the goal wins.
I mean, Asia won Khalil Copper. I mean, she was big down the stretch, especially in the second half today. But Asia won the MVP, so I can't kind of say she don't get enough credit. She got MVP, but definitely I agree on Curry and Khalil Copper. Khalil Copper was huge tonight. I mean today for Team USA.
All right. She asked this: any thoughts on the narratives that both Olympic basketball team coaches did not coach well and were not the best choices?
I disagree about Steve Kerr. I think the only reason people saying that about him is because players didn't play in the lineup. So you know what I mean? But I feel like if you got a 40-minute game and you got 12 great players, somebody's gonna have an argument that they should have played more. So I mean, it's hard to do the rosters and all that kind of stuff whenever you got so many great players. But I mean, they won gold, so you can't really say that he wasn't the right coach for it. I do think Danny Hurley should get a look going forward though from UConn. Just like I think that Don Staley should be the one for the women's team. You know what I mean? Like have somebody coach the team who doesn't have any kind of loyalty to these players now. You know what I mean? Like with Steve Kerr head coaching the players, Cheryl Reeves for the women's team coaching one of the players and having to coach against some of these players. I just feel like if you had somebody like Danny Hurley or Don Staley coaching the team, there would be less conflict of interest, so to speak, between coach and players.
Yeah. Dana says she thinks Gino or Don would have been better options for the women's team. I think I would lean Don, and not because of like current success, but would Don actually have played in the, in the Olympics? I think that would give her a little bit more of an edge on understanding kind of the international game. So
I just think Gino it's too late in his career for him to take on that load. So I think it'll be done. And I say Danny Hurley for the men's team.
Yeah. All right, man. We gotta talk about this. Olympic breakdancing.
I ain't watched that mess.
I did not watch it per se, but that clip. So I saw the clip of. So first off, don't let maybe I'm gonna pull it up. You said when you was talking on the show with Fox, don't be surprised if Japan win breakdance. I don't know if they. I don't know if they won or who won, but I know the young lady who was dancing for the United States was an Asian American. And I started laughing because I thought immediately she was good. She was like real good. Hold up though. Hold up, because I can't let you go with not seeing this dance though. Or this seizure that this young lady was having.
Canada won.
Say what?
Canada won in men's, and Japan won in women's.
Let's see.
I told you. China got bronze.
Hold on. Because when you see this, you're gonna understand.
United States got bronze. They beat Japan in bronze in the bronze medal match.
All right, you ready for this? Hold on, make sure the music ain't playing. I'm finna listen. This it only gets better. So here you go. Highlight. They say the highlight of the Olympics. This was this young lady breakdancing, and it killed me watching this, because what make it funny, I've seen people do edits over this, and they've done like the Seinfeld theme song, or they did the Family Guy theme song, and it's just, bruh, I don't know. I thought she was sick. I promise. I was yelling at the TV, get her help. Get her help. She need help. She needs some milk. Bruh. It only got worse from there, because it's a lot of people was just, I don't know what they was doing. But yeah, terrible. I know who I didn't see in the breakdance competition in the Olympics.
Chris Brown.
He wasn't. I ain't see Chris Brown, Chris Beige, Chris Real Dark. I ain't see Chris Light Skin. None of them. I didn't see them. I don't even know what all countries participated. None of the African countries could have participated.
Man, you stupid.
Not for what I saw. Not from what I saw. Am I wrong? Danny, I think Danny, let us know. Let us know, because I know she watched. She'll tell us. Because she was talking about it other night, her and Penn. And Penn said it ain't real if you ain't got cardboard down.
That's facts.
So, and Penn also said he did the worm. That was his go-to move when he was drunk. I might be misquoting, or I could be making it up. I never admit it.
Hey, before I want to give a shout out to the Sterlington Little League softball team. They lost in the championship of the Little League World Series today, 1-0. But they was undefeated up to that point. Hell of a season, young ladies, and nothing to be ashamed of. Hold your head up high.
Yeah, that's dope. Making it that far, it's always good. You know what I'm saying? Being the best. You know, if you go against the best in the United States and you come out number 2, listen, it's not many people can say that. So, man, congratulations to them. Man, you got anything else before we get ready to get up out of here?
Nah, that's all I got, man.
All right, man. I think that's it for me too, man. Ain't got much. I gotta get ready for I don't know. I feel like get ready for work tomorrow, but do you really get ready for work, or you just like embrace that you got a job and responsibilities that you got to go tend to?
I got to go eat is what I got to go do. I'm starving like a mom.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Let me get this theme music going. I don't know when we'll be back for another show. Next week, maybe. At least on Sunday, we'll be back. That's all I got for you, though. Like that, we out.
This show was presented by betonline.ag. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe on Twitter at Golden Boot. On Instagram at Golden Boot. On YouTube at The Golden Boot Pod. On Facebook at The Golden Boot Pod.